Hey my freaks and ghouls, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry it's been a week since I've last posted any videos. I've just been sitting and contemplating and thinking about a schedule that I want to have for my channel. Now, I think I have a schedule set up, but I'm going to give it a test, and if it works out for me, I will let you guys know as soon as I know. Another thing that I want to share with you guys is I have some really exciting things that I want to bring to this channel and to my subscribers, my freaks and ghouls. I will let you guys know as soon as I know more, and as soon as I want to put those ideas into reality. I've been talking to someone really close to me and someone who means a lot to me, which is my mother. I have mentioned her a few times here on my channel. She's just been, giving me some tips and ideas, and we've just been going back and forth, and she just really has me pumped up, and I'm ready to put more into this channel, and I'm just ready. I'm really ready. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to share any more of that with you guys just yet, but trust me, there is more to come, and when I know more and when the time gets closer, I will let you guys know. So, as you can see, the title of this video says 5 movies that I will not watch alone in the dark. Now, I know we're all horror and scary movie fanatics, but there is at least one movie that you guys have to find terrifying, and a movie that just traumatizes you, and you can't watch it alone. You gotta watch it with somebody. I happen to have 5 of those movies. Just anybody, all my subscribers or non-subscribers, just comment below a movie that you find horrifying and you can't watch alone, or you just can't watch it all. All right, we're going to get started. Okay, movie number 1 is As Above, So Below. Now, before I get going, okay. I have actually watched this entire movie alone, in the dark. I was home alone, lights off, the whole deal. Will I ever watch it alone again? No, I will never watch this movie alone again. So basically the movie is about an archaeologist that devoted her life to finding a great treasure. Her and a group go underground into the catacombs of Paris, and little did they know that they were about to enter their own personal hell. And I mean that literally. Their own personal hell. So, as you're going, I'll just tell you how the movie starts out. This crazy ass lady wants to talk her friend, who I guess she dated or whatever. She dated this guy. She has history with this guy. She talks him into going under the catacombs with her, under Paris, and they find another few people that join them because they're idiots, and they join them. As they're going underground, shit already starts off weird, and if I experienced what they experienced on this part of the movie, I wouldn't have gone any further. But you're watching a bunch of idiots. It's hard for me to watch movies like this alone, but this movie just terrified the hell out of me. They all started off going into the catacombs, and you hear this eerie ass chorus singing. And they go further. They're nosy. They want to know what it is. They go further, and they peek. They all peek in, and they see these women. They see all these women, or I don't know. There's probably men too in there. I don't know. And you hear the chorus getting louder, and it's creepy as hell.
There is always some weird people down here. You're not kidding.
And it just gets louder, and as you're watching, it's like, what the hell's going on? And all of a sudden, it's like it was a cult or something, or witches. I don't even know. They really didn't go into detail who they were. But that's what I found. That's what I find most creepy in movies, is when they don't really explain too much. And this movie, it was perfect when it came to that, because it terrified me, and it takes a lot for me to get scared. But yeah, it was overall a really creepy movie. You're just basically watching all these events happen throughout the movie to these people, and I mean, you start out, you know, thinking they're dumb, but then you eventually, like, you feel bad for them, basically. You're literally entering their personal hell with them in the movie. That's what it feels like, because when that movie was over, I just wanted to shut my TV off and go straight to bed. I didn't even want to think about it. But yes, I will never watch that movie alone again. But overall, it is a great movie. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty good movie. So that was that one. Movie number 2 is Dead End. Now, a lot of people that I tell this to, they say they've never seen this movie. It is an early 2000s movie. It's basically about a family that are traveling to a Christmas Eve gathering and decide to take a shortcut down a wooded road. And as they are traveling, they experience creepy and eerie paranormal events. Okay. This movie I watched when I was a preteen, and I thought, you know, oh, this ain't gonna be a bad movie. I mean, it's just probably gonna be your average scary movie. And anybody that watches it today will probably not find it as scary as movies now, because movies now are freaking awesome and totally cool. No. This just, the overall, the ending of this movie is just horrifying. Basically, like I said, it's about a family that goes through a shortcut in the woods, and as soon as they do that, immediately a bunch of creepy ass shit happens. They run into a woman, and she happens to be, I believe, a spirit in the movie. And she doesn't say anything. She's just there with them. They pick her up. They put her in the car. They think she's like a hitchhiker. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she just disappears, or they pull over and they take like a piss break or something. And the idiotic teen boy in it, he's such an idiot in the movie. He goes off and takes a piss break, like I said, and this lady starts, like, I don't know. The creepiest part of this movie, like I said, is the ending and the overall curiosity it leaves you with. It really doesn't explain too much, and like I said before, that is what I find most creepy with horror movies, is when they don't go into full detail and they tell you what the hell you just saw, or what the hell you just watched happen on your TV screen. I find that the most creepy. I don't know. I just like movies like that. I mean, that's what I find most creepy about movies anyway. But yes, there's that, Dead End. If you've not seen it, I definitely recommend you just check it out. It won't hurt for y'all to just check it out. Number 3. Now, this movie is based off of a true story. It's based off of a young girl named Annalise, and it is called The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Now, when I first went seeing this movie in movie theaters, I thought it was just going to be like a documentary. It wasn't going to be that scary. I went with my parents, I believe. Yeah, I went with my parents. So I'm sitting there watching the movie, and it starts off like I thought it would, you know, all in the court, and they were just going to just basically go over what this girl went through. No, we seen firsthand what that poor girl went through, and we basically seen the story of a girl that was thought to be demonically possessed, and she died while she was given an exorcism. And like I said, the story is based off of a true story of a young girl named Annalise. But basically it's about, the main character is Emily Rose, because it's the exorcism of Emily Rose. But also it shows you what happened with the attorney and Father Moore, the man that gave the exorcism to Emily Rose, because he was thought to be responsible for her death. He was being held in prison, and it just shows you the religious side, and just it's basically just the religious side and just basically the other side who's just trying to figure out if Father Moore killed this girl, because it was thought throughout the movie that she was mentally ill, and they thought that it was basically religion versus science, basically, the court aspect of the movie. And it really shows Erin Bruner, who is the attorney for Father Moore. It shows you all her experiences that she goes through throughout the movie, and it's just overall really creepy. And the scene I find most creepy with that movie is when the exorcism scene, where Emily Rose is being given the exorcism, and we hear all those demons speak through her.
And I am Lucifer, the devil in the flesh.
And she's eating the wall and the bugs. And also another scene is where she's sleeping with her boyfriend, and he wakes up in the middle of the night, and
Emily? Hey. Can you hear me?
he sees her laying on the floor all twisted and shit, and that just really freaked me the hell out. And I also watched this movie alone, and I don't know, just gave me the freaking chills, because the fact that it is based off of a true story. And we seen what Erin Bruner, I believe she was a non-believer in religious views in the movie, and what she also went through throughout the movie when it came to that, how she started to actually become a believer, and she was like being haunted or threatened by demonic forces throughout the movie. Just overall really creepy movie, just because the fact that it is based off of a real life event. If you've never seen it, definitely check it out, and definitely look up into the story of Annalise, the actual young girl that was that died from the exorcism. Okay, movie number 4 is Evil Dead. Now, this isn't a movie that I expected to be too scared of or anything, but like I said, I attempted to watch it alone, and the creators of this movie did a really fantastic job with choosing the actress that played Mia. She did a fantastic job in those creepy ass contacts that she had to wear throughout the movie. I mean, I watched this movie alone, and when that scene came up, I about pissed myself. Not even gonna lie. That was creepy. What also I found creepy about the movie is the music that they use through, or the sound effects and everything they use throughout the movie. The visual effects that they use throughout the movie, where she's at the end, where she's actually not Mia anymore. She is the demon that was possessing her.
I will feast on your soul.
Oh my gosh, that was really freaking creepy. I mean, yeah, crazy movie. Definitely check it out if you've not seen it. It's basically just about a drug addict and a group of friends that go to a remote cabin to help her get off of her drug habit, basically, because she's on drugs and everything. And the group of friends find a mysterious book, and they open the book, and one idiotic dumb ass reads the book when it simply said to not read the book. He reads it anyway, and he unleashes this really crazy demonic entity, and it possesses Mia. Out of everyone in the group, it possesses the druggie. So, like I said before, the people that chose the actress to play Mia, they did a really great job on the casting for her. She was an amazing actress. I definitely recommend the movie if you've never seen it. But yeah, there's that. That was number 4. And now, last but not least, we have Blair Witch for number 5. Now, I'm sure all of you have seen this movie. I'm talking the first one and the newest one that came out in theaters not long ago. The second one was good, but I can watch it alone. I can. The first one, not so much. Yeah. I can't even watch this movie with my sister, with my little sister, because we watched it together and we were up all night. And we watched it when we were a little bit younger, but we were up all night just freaking out. Just everything. We were freaking out and everything. It's basically, the movie is about found footage of 3 film students that travel to a small town and they collect documentary about the Blair Witch. And the project takes a terrifying turn when they lose their way in the woods and they experience horrifying, horrific experiences and events. And noises. Yes, noises too. Anyway, this movie, I don't know why it was so creepy and terrifying, or it's so creepy and terrifying to watch. I just know the time this movie came out, it was all the buzz when it came to, oh my gosh, this movie's gonna scare the shit out of you. Yes, it will scare the shit out of you, because when this movie came out, the whole found footage movies really wasn't a thing, and this movie just kicked off that whole thing. I mean, we have the Paranormal Activities that came not too long after the Blair Witch, but Blair Witch pretty much started that whole thing. The actors, they're not really popular actors, an actress. They're pretty good at acting in the movie, though, with the whole being scared. I mean, it's very believable. When you watch it, you actually think that you're watching a lost footage documentary of 3 people that went missing in the woods. This might be embarrassing, but when I first watched it, me and my sister watched it. We watched it when my parents were out, and I was watching my little sister. I was 14 or 15 at the time, I don't remember. When we watched it, we actually thought it was true. We actually thought there was really 3 film students who went missing and their footage was found, and they turned it into like a big old thing. No. My mom told me not too long after, when I confronted her and said how crazy it was that it was true. She confirmed that it was in fact not true, and I was completely embarrassed by it. But anyway, yeah, that's how believable it was to me. The actors did really great in that movie, and just the ending is what really freaked me the hell out, because like I said, there's really not an explanation given. They just leave you there curious. And we see one of her buddies in the corner, and that right there is just freaky as shit. And she's just like, the terror in her voice, the horrific terror in her voice just gives you chills. And she's like, I think she steps toward him, or she calls out his name, and something like attacks her to where the camera falls to the ground, and that's where it ends or something. I don't know. That all alone, just creepy, scary. I still have trouble watching this movie alone. But yes, those are the 5 movies that I find it difficult to watch alone in the dark. Now, I'm sure you guys have at least one movie that you cannot watch alone, or you can't watch at all, or you can't get all the way through, whatever. Just comment below that movie or movies, and I will read the comment. There is other movies that I cannot watch alone, but these are the movies that stuck out most to me when I think of this, and I might make a part 2 of this. I'm not sure yet. But yes, definitely comment below, like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to me. I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video, and you'll have a great night. Love you, my ghouls.